So what's up YouTube, Tom Palmer here. Today I wanted to go through how you guys back at home can master your takeaway and make sure your backswing is going to be perfect, ready for when you get back out on that golf course. So what is the takeaway and what is the backswing? So first things first, I wanted to break it down a little bit so we can actually understand what these are in order to try and make them better. So if we have a little look at how the club's actually taken back. So this is the takeaway in terms of how that club's being taken back. From there, when we swing up to the top, this is going to be our backswing position. So for me, it's really important that we break it down a little bit slower and go through everything step by step, so you guys back at home are really going to understand how you can bring that club back and check that you're actually doing everything correctly. So for me, there is no set takeaway, all right? So pretty strange that a pro said that. Well, for me, I'd rather coach what I've got in front of me, and as long as the person that I'm coaching can get the club back in a repeatable manner, that is more important for me. Look at Jim Furyk, he does the hokey coke at the top, but he gets the club back nice and square on the way down. So for me, yeah, takeaway is very important, but I want us to get into a habit that is nice and repeatable. That's the main thing for me. If we can make it repeatable, that's how we're going to become a better player. If you take the club back every time, hokey cokey, and bring it back down nice and square every single time, then I wouldn't start changing your takeaway. I wouldn't change Jim Furyk's takeaway. So why would I start changing yours? So it's really important that you can just make sure that your takeaway is nice and repeatable. So let's go through how I do my takeaway and what you might look for when you're actually performing yours. So what I've done is I've set up an alignment stick just down here, and what that's going to actually get us to do is to bring the club back correctly. So the takeaway is going to be improved this way. So let's start off with the takeaway. So if I set up to my ball that I've got just down here, I've got my alignment stick set up at a sort of a little angle that I've got over here. I'm not sure what angle that is, probably like 45 degrees. So from this position here, what I want us to try and do is actually set up to our golf ball. From here, I want us to get this takeaway correct. So if I just bring the club back round this way, notice I hit the stick. What I want us to try and do is just take that club back. Notice how the club is sitting pretty much over the top of my hands. Some people say you can match your spine angle from there. For me, anywhere if it's pointing directly up in the air to a little bit closed, that's fine. I don't want to see us open over this way or super shut over here. I tend to see that a lot. So we want a little bit of rotation when that club's being brought back. So what happens, the club starts to open up to this position. So notice how my left arm is staying nice and straight when I do this first move as well. First move, left arm straight. At no point am I going like this or like this round here. Alright, so it's really important I keep that left arm nice and straight. So why the alignment stick in the ground? Well, it's going to help us get that club, what feels like, out to the right hand side of that stick. Notice how my hands are staying nice and close to my body. They're not moving away over this way, they're not rolling back over there. It's really important. I'm just going to do 5 little drills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So notice how I checked every single time to make sure my club was slightly to the right, my hands were nice and close in, and my left arm was staying nice and straight. So that's the first part. So if you can try and get that part to start off with, your takeaway will start to get that little bit better. So what do I mean by the backswing now? So in terms of once we've took that club back very nicely to this position, how am I going to get it to the top? Well, what I like to tend to see is that our left shoulder works down a little bit. From this point here, all we're doing is keeping that left arm straight and right elbow nice and tucked in. I'm not moving my right elbow up at all and cross-lining. I'm not bending my arm over this side and over-swinging. I'm trying to keep it nice and repeatable so that every time I go onto that golf course, it's going to be the same. So if I can get a real good turning on the backswing from this position, I'm going to be able to generate a lot more power and speed. So yeah, takeaway is important for power and speed. As long as you get that club back though at the impact, that's the main thing for me. So if we can, try and make sure that when you're bringing that club back up to the top, right elbow stays nice and tucked in, left arm stays nice and straight. It's going to give you a real good base to drive back down through the ball and hit that shot. So one way you can make your practice even better is I've actually got my phone set up behind me, and you can notice that I've got my iPad just down here, and what I will do is I've got this app called Mirror Vision. And what it does, it actually shows me on my iPad exactly what my phone's seeing, so I can see from behind linked up to my iPad exactly what's going on, and it lets you draw on it. It's really good. It's a free app called Mirror Vision, so if you don't have it, guys, make sure to download it because it is actually really good. I use it quite a lot. You just need to make sure you've got internet connection. So luckily for me, I've got my Wi-Fi off my house, so even better. So another good reason to be practicing in your garden while you're at home, while you're self-isolating. But when I set up to that ball, what I can do is, I know for a fact already, I can see exactly what my phone's showing me. So as soon as I bring my club back, I can see there that where that club's actually pointing. Is it in line with my hands or not? When I get up to the top, is my right elbow nice and tucked in? I can already see on the camera from over here that it looks really nice when it got to the top of my swing over here. I know my left arm's nice and straight because I can see that, but I can also see what the camera can see in front of me. So really, really good drill for me to practice. If I wanted to, I could even draw lines up there and work on my downswing. So we'll do that another time, maybe next week or something, but I really like how you can actually see what's going on behind you to make sure that that takeaway and that backswing is really, really good. So hopefully that will help you. Let me know what you think, guys. It's a completely free app. I'm not getting paid to sponsor it at all. It's just something that I use when I'm practicing. So it's pretty cool, actually. So let me know what you think, guys. Let me know if this has helped you improve your takeaway and your backswing. If it has, make sure to hit me down below with a like on the video and comment on the video to be in with a chance of winning that brand new Spider S or Spider X putter. Just make sure you subscribe. So guys, thanks all for watching. More footage will be coming out next week. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos. Keep safe.